Hello, and welcome to the Late Life Lesbian. My name is Emily Better. I'm the Late Life Lesbian life coach and a late life lesbian myself. So, for me, on my journey of realizing I was a lesbian, I was married to a man for 11 years. We had a son together, and during this time, I realized my true sexuality. We made the choice to get divorced, and I came out, and I'm now remarried. And what I do now is help other women on this journey of realizing their sexuality and processing through all of that. So, in this video, I want to go over some ways that you may know that you're ready for dating. Many women on this journey, of course, want to explore this newfound identity and sexuality and put themselves out there and start dating. But many often question, when's the right time? How do I know I'm ready? And so I want to go over that in this video for you. Now, before I jump in, if you can like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. And you'll also get notified whenever I create new videos. All right, so let's dive in. Okay. So, how to know that you're ready to start dating. So, in this video, we are going to cover 5 ways to know that you're ready and exercises you can do for each of these 5 things. Okay. So, number 1 is that you're at a point where you do truly understand yourself and this new identity, and you can confidently acknowledge, this identity and your journey. So, what this means is that, you have processed everything, you feel confident in knowing who you are as a, later in life lesbian, and that you're okay sharing this with other people and talking about this, and that, you're not feeling unsure, lacking confidence and things like that, that you're at a place where you have kind of reached this acceptance and confidence of knowing this is who you are, okay? So, something that you can do to kind of get to a place where you're feeling really confident in that is to just practice sharing and talking openly about your story with others. So, this could just even start with yourself, talking to yourself in the mirror and just saying it out loud, who you are, what your story is, and just building that confidence and getting comfortable talking about it. Okay. If you have friends or family, you can also talk with them about it if they are a safe space, even strangers, or for example, joining support groups and other communities and places where others have maybe gone through this. Just place safe spaces where you can talk about what you've gone through and build that confidence in sharing your story. Okay, number 2 is to know what you want, to know what you want in life, in dating, and in a relationship. Okay, if you don't know what you want, that's going to make dating pretty complicated because you're going to go into it being like, oh, well, I don't know. And that's often a question that people will ask, what are you looking for? And so knowing what it is that you want will help you be prepared for dating and building whatever type of relationship it is that you're wanting to have. So, an exercise that you can do for this is to write down all of the things that you want in life and all of the things that you want in a partner and in a relationship. And then write out what you want to accomplish from dating. What's your goal of dating? Are you at a point where you just want more of a casual relationship and you're just sort of wanting practice and experience of putting yourself out there and you're not really at a place of wanting to jump into anything really serious? Or are you dating because it is your goal and desire to find your life partner and to have, a certain type of relationship with that person? So, taking time to write out what these things are that you want, even like the first point of writing out what you want in life. What do you want for your job? Do you want kids? Do you want more kids or not want to have more kids? What are those things that you know that you want? Because if you know what you want, then you can clearly communicate that to a potential partner. And communication and being honest is important in building any type of relationship, even if it is just going to be a casual one. Okay, so number 2 is knowing what you want. All right, number 3 is to know your own strengths and weaknesses. This takes a lot of introspection, but when you are starting to date and, develop any type of relationship, it's really good to know what your strengths are and your weaknesses. We often don't like to talk about our weaknesses, but it's important to know because this is an area where we can grow and get better. And, the more that we are self aware, just the better relationships we will have with others. Okay, so an exercise for this is to again write out all your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay, just make a list, write out what those are. And then for your weaknesses, self reflect on why those are your weaknesses, why you think that might be an area of weakness for you. Okay, excuse me. Then write out how those weaknesses may affect a romantic relationship, and then what steps you can take to overcome those weaknesses. This is a lot of introspection, self reflection of what you can do. Okay. But the more awareness that we have about this, again, the better and healthier relationships we can establish with other people. Okay. And then something else you can do with your strengths is to turn those into positive affirmations. So let's say strengths are that you're a kind person, caring person, hardworking person. You can then turn those into a list of positive affirmations. For example, I am kind, I am caring, I am strong, I am considerate, whatever those are. And any times that maybe you're feeling, like you are lacking some confidence or feeling a little down, you can then refer back to those positive affirmations and kind of help remind yourself, of the strengths that you do have. Okay. Number 4, know your boundaries for dating and relationships. Okay. It is very important to know what you're willing to tolerate in a relationship, what the boundaries you have are, things that are like deal breakers that are just absolutely not okay for you. Just all of that. Because again, boundaries are what are there to keep you safe and to make you feel comfortable and secure. Okay. We are working on, being ourselves and sticking up for who we are and certain levels of treatment and all of that. So your boundaries are important to know. So an exercise for this is write out what you need to feel comfortable and safe with dating. Okay. So would those be things like maybe you need to talk on the phone before meeting in person? Or are you somebody who feels that you need to meet in a public place rather than going over to someone's house for a first date? Or is it a boundary that you need to take things slow physically because you're not ready to just, jump in and, you're not maybe a one night stand person, something like that. But so, writing out the things that you need to feel comfortable and safe with dating, and that will help you establish those boundaries around that. Okay. And then here's the other thing you can do too, write out the type of treatment that you expect from a dating relationship. Okay. How you expect to be treated. Do you want to have your feelings heard and validated? Do you need a certain level of communication from a partner? Or is it something that you actually need some time to yourself and that you can't be involved with somebody who is possibly overly needy and clingy and wanting to spend all their time with you? Whatever it is that you need, write out the type of treatment and sort of dynamic you expect from a dating relationship. Okay. And then to really establish those boundaries, write out what actions you will take if you don't receive that type of treatment from somebody. Okay, so the actions that you are going to take are the boundaries that you put in place. Okay, and just write those out, make that list for yourself so that you know and can kind of self reflect on what you need and what you're going to do if those needs aren't met. Okay. All right, now before we go into the last point, I just want to say that if you need some more personal support and guidance to prepare yourself for dating, you have a couple options that I can help you with that. You can join the Late Life Lesbian community that I run, where you can have access to weekly calls, you have access to chat directly with me, and you can, of course, connect with other women who are all going through this as well. Okay. Or you can also book a one-on-one session with me and we can work together on your personal situation. I can help give you some accountability. I can help work through these things with you together. We can go through this plan and establish sort of, this plan and set all of these things up so that you feel good and confident and ready to put yourself out there with dating. And if you're interested in any of those, there are links below this video with more information. Okay, now let's jump into the last point. So number 5 is that you feel ready and you want to start dating. Okay. So you're not scared at the thought of dating. And dating, like thinking about it, excites you rather than completely overwhelms or scares you or causes you to second guess things. I have worked and talked with women who are kind of excited about the idea of dating, but then they've shared, oh, I downloaded a dating app and I just immediately deleted it because I got too scared and too overwhelmed and it was just, too much. So if that happens, then there's probably something there that maybe is holding you back from feeling completely ready to start dating. Okay. But if you're at the point where you're like, yeah, I'm excited and I want to do this, and maybe you feel a little like nervousness because it's new and it's different and it's something you maybe haven't experienced before, that's normal. But overall, you're feeling excited and it's something that you really want. Okay. So an exercise you can do for this is simply just to download a dating app and see how you feel. Okay. Like I said, if you're really stressed and overwhelmed after doing this, and feeling really unsure and having a feeling like I don't think I'm ready, then you might not be fully ready. And I would advise you to go back and go through these exercises that I shared so you can kind of get a better picture of what it is you want, what type of relationship you're looking for, and just have more of a clear plan of like what it is that you're going for. Okay. But if you download a dating app and like I said, you're kind of nervous, but like excited nervous, and you're really ready to put yourself out there, then this is a really good sign that you're ready to start dating and ready to take those steps forward. Okay. Well, that wraps everything up. Thank you so much for watching and going through this with me. I hope that it helps you on your journey. As a reminder, you can look into those additional supports if you need them with the links below this video. And of course, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.